Sint Maarten presented a revised draft budget for 2019 in February this year, followed by an amendment to the budget in May. The amendment was mainly needed due to the further delay in the pension reform for civil servants and for the necessary costs for the justice departments, which were not included in the revised budget. The current draft, including this amendment, shows about 483.8 million guilders in expenses. During the last couple of visits of the board, the CFT stressed the importance of cutting of expenses and income increasing measures. Sint Maarten put in the budget of 2019 an amount of 2.5 million guilders for cost savings and an amount of 3 million guilders for additional income generation. However, the budget does not explain how the government is going to enforce these measures. Since October 2018, the CFT advised to formulate these measures. Moreover, the pension reform, I've already mentioned, which was initially planned to be introduced on January 1st this year, is now projected to be enforced per August 2019. By delaying the introduction of this reform, Sint Maarten had forgone approximately 8 million guilders this year. As you all know, the process of obtaining an adopted budget for 2019 is taking longer than expected. The amended budget was submitted for approval by the Parliament on the 14th of May. As the government of Sint Maarten also has stated, further delay of the budget caused a hold-up in many key areas, such as delays in the process of obtaining the much-needed loan for the airport. Importantly, unless the budget is approved, the critical funding for the airport reconstruction cannot be obtained. Second, delays in the investment needed for the major parts of project to restructure the tax office and improve financial management. I come to the tax office and financial management in a minute. Furthermore, the delay in the 2019 budgeting process also puts the effectiveness and the efficiency of the 2020 budgeting cycle at risk, as this process and preparation by the different ministries should have already been started by now. And last but not least, seeing that we are halfway in 2019, having an approved budget is more than appropriate. I come now to the reform of the tax administration. The tax reform project was planned to commence in January 2019. We are now in June, and this project, with a total duration of 3 years, is thus delayed. During our previous meeting as board, we have stressed the importance of finalizing and implementing the plan in order to realize the increase in tax compliance. And for this year, there is an amount of 7.5 million guilders included in the draft budget. The CFT emphasized the need for speedy measures in order to achieve the goals set for 2090 and beyond. After all, this reform is needed, the much needed balanced budget soon, and surplus on the budget in the near future, in order to solve the payment arrays and lower the debt. I come now to financial management. With quite concern, we have noticed that little to no progress was made with regards to the improvement of financial management. To paint a clearer picture, in 2016, the Council of Ministers approved an improvement plan consisting of 12 projects to be finalized in 2018. Of these 12 projects, only one has completed thus far. A new financial improvement plan has been approved by the Council of Ministers of Sint Maarten in April this year. As it is true that the major investment for this plan are linked to the approval of the 2019 budget, as I already mentioned, there are areas in this plan that can be started immediately. The CFT therefore advised to do a detailed analysis which can be achieved in the short run. It's time for concrete plans and, importantly, also for action. We further emphasized that the financial management process encompasses every aspect of the budget cycle. Sound financial management also positively impacts the operation within all ministries. There is a direct relation between financial management, government finance, and, importantly, also public sector delivery. The CFC and the Minister of Finance of Sint Maarten made the agreement that Sint Maarten will work towards a clean audit opinion on the 21 financials. We expect that the government will do all possible to ensure improvement in the quality of financial management and financial statements. I come now to financial statements. The importance of having timely and correct financial statements is also, as you know, a repeated remark from the CFT. As stated before, there is a lot of improvement to be made in this area. The budget and reporting cycle for the years 2010 to 2018 has not been yet completed. So, the last approved year report is of 2012. Let me be a little bit more precise. The financial statements for 2013 and 2014 need to be assassinated by the governor. The 2015 and 2016 financial statements are pending adoption by the Parliament. The 2017 financial statement still need to be finalized and audited, and the 2018 financial statements still have to be drafted. According to the latest planning received from the Ministry of Finance, the 2017 financial statement will be presented to the Parliament in the third quarter of this year. The CFT stresses the importance of clearing up the backlog. Certified financial statements in a timely manner is of urgent importance for a clear and proper budget cycle.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
This is a slide that we have produced recently, which tries to summarize what's going on in the world today. The global geopolitical uncertainties on the rise, and there's a change in global economic and political systems. Many of these things you are aware of. There's a wave of nationalism and populism that's happening now. And these are things I think for us in the Caribbean we have to be particularly aware of. There are also military tensions and mass migration. And this is also happening in our region. We see what's happening in South America now, and then we also have migrants who are leaving South America and coming to the Caribbean as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to think about some of these vulnerabilities, how we can think about them as switching them around, turning them into our benefit. I think that's the way we have to think about how do we build resilience in the Caribbean? A couple of weeks ago, I was in a meeting with the CARICOM Commission of the Economy. And we were speaking about the great vulnerabilities that we have here in the region. And one point I took away from that is that we know how to be resilient in the Caribbean. Governor, you spoke about the great losses that you incurred here in 2017. But my gosh, being here, I can see how quickly you have managed to turn things around. It's still difficult, I know, but you've managed to turn things around quite quickly, and I think that that is something that we can sell to the rest of the world. We know how to be resilient. And here, of course, on this slide, we have a number of other global pressures that we find in the world. So let me now speak about the Caribbean. Now, when we look back from 1996, and we look at how our economies in the Caribbean have been performing since then. As you can see there from that blue line, most of the time our average economic prosperity was above that of the global average. But since around 2016, something has changed. We're now dipped below the global average. And every time I see this slide, I'm always quite concerned about it. And I think we have to be cognizant, because when you do the trajectories out to 2050, if this pattern maintains, the Caribbean will be one of the poorest regions in the world. And a lot of other poorer regions of the world that currently exist are likely to be a lot richer than us. So I always like to look at this slide. I like to show it to audiences because I think that this is a wake-up call for us. We need to take the correct policy decisions now in order to turn things around. So, from our perspective, the main challenges that we have in the Caribbean are really around macroeconomic. Unfortunately, we have low economic growth, we have high fiscal deficits, and that to some extent leads to high debt levels. We have a problem around productivity and competitiveness. Human development is still an issue for us in the Caribbean, whereby we still have high levels of poverty. And the most startling statistic for me is that we have almost over 25% of our young people unemployed. And of course, we have the environmental dangers. I like to say that every year we are visited by unwanted guests. We all know that. And those guests unfortunately have names. I don't know why we give them names, because we give them some type of respectability. I know we should respect them, but we have to find some way to keep them out and to build resilience towards them. Now, in addition to that, and I know that one of our featured speakers will speak about this, there's an implementation gap. But you know, as I'm here in St. Martin, I want to say that we can do a lot of building the resilience together. If we come together as a region, we can do this. Last week, I was actually at a meeting of the British High Commission in Bridgetown. And when I got there, I saw that the building housed both the British High Commission and the New Zealand High Commission. And I said to myself, look at this. We should be doing more of this in the region. If I go to London, why should I have to go to Barbados High Commission and the Trinidad High Commission and Jamaica High Commission? Basically, they're doing the same things for all the citizens. Why not come together? Because that's how we have to try to build economies of scale and save money, so we can now spend our scarce resources on building resilience back at home. So I think that regional approach is quite important. But in 2018, here's how the Caribbean Development Bank's board member countries performed. I say I would love to be back here in a couple of years and I can have St. Martin on that slide, Mr. Governor. I want you to become a board member country of us. But as you can see, most of our countries expanded, but only a couple of our countries declined. But overall, we only had a growth rate of about 1.8%. That isn't good enough. But our best performing country, Grenada, had a growth rate of 5.2%, and that is because over the last 5 years they have implemented significant policy reforms, which although was very tough for them, they are now seeing the fruits of that recovery. I think that's something I want to leave with you. But sometimes we have to, and I'll come to that slide later on, we have to step back. It's, you know, like when you're building that skyscraper, you have to, for many years you're going in the wrong direction. It might seem to people that you're going in the wrong direction, but then after a few years you see that skyscraper bloom. And that is what Grenada is now experiencing. Now I know here in St. Martin that you also suffered significantly after the hurricane season of 2017. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I know the keynote speaker and the other featured speakers will say a bit more about St. Martin. But in addition to the economic growth problem that we have in the Caribbean, we really have a big problem with respect to regional debt. It's something that I have to deal with on a daily basis when I visit our governments, when I go to our various countries. How do you get that debt level down to a sustainable level? Research has shown that when your debt exceeds 60% of GDP, countries start to go into debt distress. And it means that investors become worried. Is this government going to now increase taxes to bring this debt down? And so I'm not going to want to invest in that country. And so we keep saying to our countries, you need to now bring your government debt levels down to sustainable levels. But I also understand that in order to do that, it means that you're going to have to probably reduce expenditures in some ways. And I want to speak about that a bit later on. Now, I also know that the fiscal situation deteriorated in St. Martin after the 2017 hurricanes. And all of you in this room know this better than I do, and I'm not going to stay too long on this. Now, remember when I spoke about the need for regional integration? Over the last decade, as you can see, when we looked at the Caribbean region, air travel expanded to all other parts of the world. But however, in the Caribbean, we saw a decline in regional transport. We were having a very good discussion about this on the way here this morning. Why is that? We impose a lot of taxes and charges on our airfare. So in fact, it becomes a lot more attractive to fly to Miami or to London than it is to go and visit our friends and neighbors.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact Wib today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Who you're for.
One of the things that is so unique about St. Martin is that in our Constitution, we made provisions for a constitutional court to make sure that no group of politicians, whether it was us or those who would come after us, can trample through legislation because we have the numbers and put legislation in place that is in conflict with the Constitution. So the institution ombudsman was charged with keeping an eye on behalf of the people on the Constitution, and in order to strengthen that role, the Constitutional Court was created. That if something is in conflict, a legislation passed by Parliament could be unanimously, but once put before the Constitutional Court, they have a right to scrutinize it, actually an obligation, and based on their decision, based on their ruling, Parliament may or may not have to agree. When I'm saying may not, Parliament may be told, you made a mistake. You trampled on the Constitution, and that legislation is unlawful because it's in conflict with this, that, or the other article of your Constitution. But what we see happening is a gradual and accelerated takeover of our country by the Dutch government. A gradual and accelerated takeover by the Dutch government. And who's facilitating it? The Council of Ministers. The Council of Ministers facilitating that takeover, where the Dutch government continues using the hurricane They continue to use the hurricane as their excuse to say, you want aid, you need aid, and then we get ministers voicing that sound that they keep hearing, boom, 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 in their head every afternoon or every night, every morning. And the intention of the state secretary who believes and acts as if he is the president of St. Martin, because he stands above the Council of Ministers, will address the people of St. Martin tomorrow morning in a widely advertised program tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. It is like the State of the Union address. The Prime Minister, the President of St. Martin, State Secretary Raymond Knops, will be addressing the people of St. Martin tomorrow via Laser 101 on the reconstruction of St. Martin. As if he wants to tell the people of St. Martin, the Council of Ministers is incompetent. They are not capable of informing you of where we are and where we are heading with the reconstruction. And what is interesting, it is last year, I think it was, for the hurricane, the State Secretary made a remark that shelters are ready. And when MP Duran questioned the Prime Minister on whether these shelters are ready, because the State Secretary said so, the Prime Minister's response was, I am not responsible for what the State Secretary says. And I agree.